Welcome to Elevated Sports. I'm Kyle Johnson.
I'm Billy Mock.
And I'm James. Yeah.
You guys may remember him from a month ago or 2 months ago or
I think
something
it was
like
a
that.
month ago, right?
Yeah, Mr. Bucks Nation.
Yeah. Honorary? Do I get to be an honorary member of
James
Elevated
Hill,
Sports?
a.k.a. Mr. Bucks Nation.
Okay, I guess
Well, you've made more guest appearances than anybody now.
I guess we're still doing the dual Mr. Bucks Nation. Thank you for having me here again. It's not like I just swooped in while you guys were recording and said, "Hi guys, I'm here," and then Kyle got mad.
Oh, it didn't happen. No,
remember that? Oh my gosh, that didn't happen.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, guys, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we are talking about the NFL Scouting Combine.
Okay, a very fun topic.
Yes. It's a very broad topip.
Yes, it is.
I don't think we have enough time to get into everything. So,
No.
we're going to tackle, no pun intended, some offensive skill players, namely wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs.
Okay, we can do that.
So I'm going based solely off of combine stats, how
Yes.
they performed in the combine.
Yes.
Not watching any videos, just the numbers, which doesn't tell the whole story. But
Bruce Arians just said in a press conference recently, he said to not fall in love with combine numbers, and instead fall in love with their game tape.
right, no, I
Game tape or game statistics?
Game tape.
So, seeing what they
Did on the
how
field.
they actually play.
Right,
No,
rather-
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, because a guy can run fast and a guy can jump far, but he might not have the intangibles. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you can't. They don't
Right.
really have much for the combine besides those interviews where they ask very basic questions. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
He might be able to throw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, but
Right. That don't mean nothing. Apparently, I don't know. What do I know?
All right, so let's dive into this. We'll start with the running backs.
Yeah.
Who are some running backs that impressed?
Oh, the one kid from LSU. He has a triple name. Do you remember his name, Billy? I know a lot of Bucs fans want him for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I do know that just aside from that, he would be a phenomenal running back. It's like
LSU.
there's my boy.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's who it is. Now let me tell you about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay, a lot of Bucs fans want him, but I think he'd be perfect for about any team. He's a smaller guy. Okay, definitely. I think he's around 5'7". Okay, but what he lacked for long-term speed, like Billy just said, he didn't show up in the top 15 in terms of pure 40-yard dash. He's more of a quick guy. He's got the quickness. He's got the elusiveness to him. LSU, obviously they did phenomenal this year. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a big part of that, okay? He really helped out Joe Burrow. He's going to be a number one overall pick, for being honest. So I really think that, him, he
Please don't elbow my arm off the armrest again, sir.
He definitely leads the pack of the running backs right now. But the thing that's interesting me the most out of the running backs this year is how, there's not a lot of first-round guys right now, okay? J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State, like I said, Edwards-Helaire, a lot of these other guys, they're all kind of second, third, fourth-round guys. But the crazy thing is that they're all packed in to those middle rounds, There's none of them that are in, the fifth, sixth, or seventh rounds. They're all just good enough to be in the middle rounds, but not good enough to be in round one, So that's kind of been my evaluation of the running back so far.
Okay. Well, before we leave running back, DeAndre Swift, what's your opinion?
DeAndre Swift. You know what? I like him, okay? Now, for NFL teams, he'd be a great running back. Some teams, I think he could be a starter. And, I like him. He went to Georgia. I think that he's very balanced. He's got a lot of size, got a lot of ability, speed, power. He's one of the more well-rounded backs, I think, in this draft.
Yeah.
So I've been really impressed with him. I liked him in school, and I think that now going into the draft and everything, I think that he could be a sleeper for this class, because the way the NFL is now, you could draft a running back in the third round, and the guy's a 3-down back nowadays, So I think he falls into that mold of, mid-round guy, second, third-round guy, but he could easily be a starting running back.
The reason I asked, I don't know if you happen to watch our NFL mock draft video, but I did pick DeAndre Swift for the Bucs. Should be the running back for the Bucs.
What round? What round did you pick him
What
in?
round did I pick him in?
was round 1.
I picked him in the first round.
You picked him
That's
at
right.
pick 14?
I picked him at pick 14. I wanted to get a running back.
God, you got one early then.
I did.
Well,
very early.
it's funny then because my motto this offseason, and we're not going to relate everything to the Bucks guys, but for my thing, I've had a strong point of the Bucks don't need to add a starting caliber running back this offseason because I think Ronald Jones is that guy.
Okay.
You know, so DeAndre Swift, he's a good running back. I wouldn't mind him on the Bucks, but still got to give my boy Ronald Jones carries. You know, That's just me. What do you think about the running backs this year?
Yes. No, I agree with everything you say. I don't think I didn't see any name that was like that is a first round pick.
It's not like there's a Saquon Barkley in this draft. You know what I mean? But there's plenty of really versatile guys. A lot of the running backs this year can catch. Which I think is cool. You know, a lot of like Alvin Kamara's, Kareem Hunt's, you know, kind of these mid-round guys who just could easily do stuff for you, you know? I feel like the NFL nowadays, too, is just
We're switching into that kind of style running back where they're less of a pure runner and more of a hybrid.
Yeah, because that's just the way the NFL's going. And I think nowadays, like, we're so spoiled with so many good running backs.
Yeah.
There's so many starting caliber running backs on teams right now that are like third, fourth string guys. You look at the San Francisco 49ers. They have 4, you know, potential starting running backs on their team alone. And it's just more just keep on showing up in the draft, you know? It's crazy. And that's just, like what you just said, Kyle, that's the way the NFL is going is you need to be a receiving back now. The way of the traditional smash mouth, you know, hey, I can run it for you good on, you know, first and second down, but I cannot catch it on third down. That's over. You got running backs now who can do everything. So, yeah, a lot of those guys are like that in this draft.
You got anything, Billy?
No.
All right. Let's move on to the wide receivers. Who are some wide receivers that impressed you, James?
Chase Claypool.
Yes.
Next question.
Chase Claypool is the guy I had on here. Outstanding combine.
People were comparing his combine numbers to Calvin Johnson.
And like Julio. He was being compared to...
Yeah, and that freaks me out.
Yeah, no, that is very
you know,
scary.
It's just like, because I see his combine, the guy's a beast. You know, I think he's listed as a wide receiver / tight end. He's going to play wide receiver. But geez, he by far has raised his draft stock more than anybody else in this combine. By far, you know. So he's definitely impressed me the most. But some of those first round wide receivers have really impressed me as well. But Claypool, man, he's just been otherworldly so far. He's the darling of the combine right now in terms of offensive people.
Where do you think he falls in the draft?
I mean, do you think first rounder?
I think he could be a first rounder.
I think first rounder. And I don't think that's that crazy. Especially those guys in the later first rounds, you know. Could you imagine Claypool with the Green Bay Packers with Devontae Adams? That'd be crazy.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you know, that'd be crazy. So I just think like kind of like what DK Metcalf was for the Seahawks this year. You know, it's where you're like, early second, late first round guy kind of potential. You bring him in as a number 2 and everybody goes, what? Okay, maybe a little bit of a reach. And then he just does insane stuff. You know, I think he's going to have a similar trajectory, if not better, than a DK Metcalf in Seattle.
Right. I don't know.
You seem disappointed.
I know. I haven't seen him play. I haven't seen any actual, like you said earlier, I haven't seen any game tape for Claypool.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a great player. He had awesome combine stats, but I want to see actual, game footage.
So who have you been impressed with the wide receivers this combine?
Chase Claypool.
Right.
Henry Ruggs.
Right. Henry Ruggs is the third.
The third, my bad.
Or is it the second?
It's the third.
It's the third.
And then Donovan Peoples-Jones also had a pretty good combine.
Okay.
Where was he out of?
Peoples-Jones was Michigan.
Went to Michigan.
That's right.
Well, there you go.
Michigan.
Well,
I was impressed by him. Some combine numbers that didn't impress me too much for wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb, I feel like he kind of underperformed.
Yeah.
He was quick, but he wasn't super strong. He didn't do a lot of in the bench press. And then I believe his 3-cone wasn't great. Agility wasn't great.
Yeah.
Somebody else, two receivers for Ohio State that didn't quite impress me that much either. Kind of in the same boat as CeeDee Lamb. Ben Victor and KJ Hill.
Ben Victor?
Yeah.
Ben Victor? Because I definitely disagree with that one.
Is that the guy you're talking about?
Yeah. You're dissing my boy Ben Victor.
You're
dissing my boy Ben Victor.
All I'm saying is he's in the same boat as CeeDee Lamb. He's quick. Bench press, not impressive.
Look, let me tell you something right now.
Vertical jump, not impressive.
Let me tell you something right now. I saw this kid play the entire week of the Shrine game.
Okay.
The entire week. He was roasting cornerbacks, okay, from West Virginia, whatever corner he went against. I see you pointing to that. That's cool. I appreciate that. But
that's his name. No, I'm just verifying the fact his name is Benjamin.
Yeah, listen, Benjamin Victor has been killing it since that East-West Shrine game, okay? I promise. He's going to be really good. He's, he might not have the typical, strength or whatever. My name's Kyle. I want 25 reps on the bench press. Benjamin Victor is going to be a good wide receiver. I saw him with my own eyes.
The eye test. The eye test doesn't fail.
The eye test passed it. I have a video saved on my phone of him roasting a corner on a route.
Look, I didn't say he was going to be bad. I just said based on combine numbers.
Yeah, it's underwhelming performance. I guess Jamie's done. Is Jamie done it? Oh, he's pulling up the video. He's out the video.
Look at this. Right there. That's Benjamin Victor. See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
See you later.
You don't need to bench a lot of reps.
So here's what
See you later.
See, here's the thing. I think the problem is that cornerback sucks.
He was the best cornerback at the East-West Shrine game.
And that's the
Anyway.
thing. How's he gonna? That is the thing. Let me just play both sides of the ball here. What happens when he does get up there and face a NFL caliber corner? You know what I'm saying?
I think that was an NFL caliber corner.
Who was
Potentially.
it? What was his name?
Good question. I forgot his name. But look, Benjamin Victor's good. Okay.
All right. Okay.
I'll take Jamie's word for it.
I'll
You
take
just saw him run that route. He killed that corner.
I'll take your word for it. I'm just saying, based off his combine numbers, I'm underwhelmed. But footage could tell me otherwise.
I follow Bruce Arians' advice.
All right, Billy, what do you have? Anything on the wide receivers?
Let's move on to the next one.
All right, tight ends.
Tight ends. All right, let's see.
All right, James, we'll start with you.
This is all you guys. I'll be honest. I have not been paying attention to tight ends. The Bucks don't need any tight ends. So
Yeah, they do, because they're getting rid of O.J. Howard.
Don't ever say that to me again.
Why would they get rid of O.J. Howard?
They won't, because he's amazing. Hey. So what tight ends have you guys been impressed with?
Here's the thing. So we did our mock draft, and one of the players that I drafted was Charlie Warner out of Georgia.
To the New England Patriots?
To the New England Patriots.
Makes
But
sense.
after checking out his stats, I believe I was sorely disappointed. Upon looking at his combine numbers, though, they tell a different
correct.
story.
4.78, 40.
Actually, I don't think I even looked at 40 time for the tight ends. I looked mostly at bench press and then the 3-cone side to side agility.
Guys, I promise we're really good at this. It's just, it's tight ends.
Charlie Warner, 21 reps on the bench press. Not bad. Pretty strong.
What? You're ignoring 25 reps from Josiah? From Cincinnati?
I'm looking at all around.
You're ignoring Josiah DeGuara? Is it DeGuara?
I think it's DeGuara.
DeGuara?
I had him on here.
The man
Shut up!
The man ran the 5th highest 40 time for a tight, or is that 3-cone drill?
No, it's 3-cone.
5th highest 3-cone drill and number 1 in bench reps? It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, Billy.
Start with me. Watch. You go to top performers.
Don't you just love this website?
I hate it. I hate how you have to deselect everything.
You got to update your results.
Tell me where he's at. Josiah DeGuara.
Right there.
3-cone drill and vertical jump. This is what he shows as a top performer in. That's not impressive to me. Vertical jump.
Why? I thought you said 3-cone drills about agility.
Yeah, 3-cone drill. I'm looking for bench. I'm looking for a strong blocking tight
Strong
end.
guy that can go up.
I'm looking for a block here. Blocker.
Well, go search his bench then. I'm gonna hit update results.
Don't talk to me.
He has 25.
I had him on my list, and then
He's right there.
I don't want to talk.
So I think that's more of a problem with the NFL's website than anything.
The NFL
Unless he was a
website,
top performer in multiple categories than just those two, and they're like, oh, we can't. There's too many to put on there.
Well, let's look at it. It still says vertical jump at 3-cone drill. So who knows? The NFL, fix your website.
Well, look at this. What is this? Hunter Bryant did not have more than Josiah DeGuara.
Right. I don't know.
Blame the NFL's website. Point is, Josiah DeGuara out of Cincinnati seems like a pretty decent tight end if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
He'd be a great tight end for the New England Patriots.
No.
You don't think so? Who do you want for the New England Patriots? Who did you mock again?
Charlie Warner
Okay.
out of Georgia.
Well, why do you like Charlie Warner?
Here's the thing. I looked at his stats from last season. Not impressed. I think it was actually really pitiful.
Okay.
Last season, 9 receptions, 78 yards.
There's no way that was
One
that was
touchdown.
that was his stats for the entire. No. Yes, you're
Look.
right. Wow.
Well, I mean, look. Highest he's had in the season is 148 last season
Who was
with
the
11
starting
receptions.
tight end for Georgia? That's what I want to know. Why isn't that guy in the draft? Billy, who have you been impressed with in the tight
I
end
haven't
group?
really been following tight ends.
Come on.
I haven't either.
That's what's up. Kyle, you're a resident tight end.
I don't even think
evaluator.
I don't think I took any tight ends in my mock draft.
Here's the thing.
I wouldn't.
I didn't
Yeah.
see any Iowa tight ends. So that made me sad. I kind of just wanted to quit after that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Josiah Garrara. Gara.
No.
I'm going to get there eventually. Out of Cincinnati. He's decent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. His combine numbers?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really following Bruce Arians' method here, but I'm going to say that kid's nice.
Nope. I think I like Hunter Bryant better.
All right. Well, we can like both of them.
Hunter Bryant out of nowhere.
Out of Washington, actually. That's not out of nowhere.
No, I'm saying like his
Put in
name
that
kind of
work.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he
You guys are talking about two different guys.
Yeah. I'm going to scoot closer here.
All right, I do want to get Jamie's opinion on one quick thing.
Sure.
You're going to kick me out of the shot.
No, not.
Jalen Hurts. How are you
He's a
feeling?
quarterback,
How
isn't he?
are you feeling about his combine?
You know, I talked to a Bucks player on Twitter about him.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm loving Jalen Hurts. And I said, what round are you thinking? He goes, second or first. I think that's a little too high, if I'm being honest.
Maybe a little.
I love the guy, but...
What do you mean, Billy? Your mock draft, you had him drafted in the
I
second
did,
round by the
but that's
Bucks.
why I said maybe. It all depends on what their plan for Jameis is, I think.
I think that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, okay? But I think he's third rounder. You know?
Third rounder?
I don't think he's as good as, say, like a Jacob Eason, but I think he's better than a Jake Fromm.
Yeah, I agree
Okay?
with that.
I would put him in the middle of those two guys. Kyle, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You're still looking at the tight ends. I don't. No, wait, no, you're looking at the quarterbacks. That is Shaw James Morgan. So yeah, I like Jalen Hurts.
The question is, what is their 3-cone drill time?
Does that matter?
No. Here's the thing.
Do
That's
they
why
even run that
That's why we
drill?
didn't do quarterbacks, because these don't show any videos.
Oh.
And I feel like to evaluate a quarterback best, you have to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, in terms of like Bucks meeting with quarterbacks, I don't think they've met with Jalen Hurts yet. I saw they met with Davidson out of Princeton, who I just saw on your screen.
Didn't
Kyle.
they meet with Herbert?
They met with Eason. I know they met with Jordan Love. And they met with another quarterback.
Herbert out of Oregon?
It might have been Herbert, but don't quote me on that. I know they met with 4 quarterbacks, and I know 3 of them. They met with Eason, Love, the quarterback out of Princeton, Kevin Davidson, and maybe Herbert. Although, let's be honest, Herbert ain't going to be there, you know. So, no, it was, it might have been, I think it was Nate Stanley out of Iowa. That's who they met
Iowa
with.
boy.
It was Nate Stanley out of Iowa. So, it's interesting because they kind of spread it out. Because obviously Love and Eason, they're like first, second round guys, you know. But whereas Nate Stanley out of Iowa. I think right now he's projected to be around a 4th round guy. And then Davidson out of Princeton, he's kind of in the super later rounds. And I was able to see him at the East-West Shrine game as well. And I wasn't too impressed with him. So I was kind of like, what? Whenever I saw that the Buccaneers had met with him. But that's interesting that they are spreading it around.
Yeah.
Kind of being prepared for all quarterback situations, whether they want to take one early, right in the middle, or towards the end. They're kind of prepared for everything right now. But to answer your question on Jalen Hurts, good, better than Jake Fromm, not as good as Jacob Eason.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I put it on that.
I agree with that. I'm kind of sold on Jalen Hurts just because I loved his year at Oklahoma last year. I know not everything translates in the NFL, but I'm a big Jalen Hurts guy.
He's got the mentality.
That's what I like about him.
He's got a
very intense.
He's got a very no nonsense mentality.
Yeah.
Like he's very pointed.
Yeah.
Like Jalen, what'd you think? You guys won. I can do better. It's like what? And he says that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, dude, you can celebrate. And he's like, no, I have to destroy everyone. He's like the Terminator or something on the move. So I like Hurts. I like Hurts intangibles.
Yeah.
His attitude and his intensity. I love that about him. But in terms of him as like an overall quarterback, in terms of his throwing and stuff like that, he's kind of middle of the pack for me right now. But still very good quarterback.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind him on the Bucs.
Didn't you? You wanted Jalen Hurts for the Patriots too.
I have him in the 3rd round.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you take him in the 3rd round?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you then. What quarterbacks are you looking into? Because the situation with New England, I mean, regardless of if Brady comes back or not, it's time. They have to draft him.
Yeah.
You're not going to have Brian Hoyer.
They either
or Easton Stick or whoever else is their backup quarterback, Jacob Eason or not Jacob Eason.
No, it's
Jarrett Stidham.
Yes.
And Cody Kessler.
Out of Auburn.
Yeah.
Jarrett Stidham out of
that
Auburn.
was the kid. I remember when they drafted it, it was like, oh, another Brady? Is this Brady's successor? And then it's just nothing.
Yeah, he kind of just
It's
fell off the
nothing.
map.
So the point is, they need a quarterback.
They either acquire Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I like Teddy a lot.
I was talking about that with somebody today, and they said, in terms of the quarterback carousel, Bridgewater to New England is really pretty good.
Likely.
Yeah, well, not in terms of it's likely, but
That's
a good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. If it's going to be a rookie, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Stanley out of Iowa. Jake Fromm. I'm thinking realistically, who's going to be
Well, I tell you what,
there in the 3rd round because the Patriots don't have a 2nd round pick.
They only have the 1st?
They have one in the 1st, and then they have 3 in the 3rd.
They can trade up in the 2nd, though.
They could.
Easily. They just give up 2 of those 3rds and trade up. They can always trade for a quarterback,
Right.
They can get Jameis Winston.
I would vomit. I would vomit.
Bucks and Patriots trade quarterbacks,
We were talking earlier how interesting the dynamic on this show would be if Tom Brady was a Buccaneer.
It'd blow up. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Everybody would be so happy in the state of Florida. I know that. Well, maybe not everybody.
I wouldn't be happy.
I'd be elated.
You'd be elated.
I'm sure we'll talk about that one day.
Would you be elevated?
I'd be elevated in sports. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Is that it for the video?
Yeah, but let me finish it with this. Even if the Patriots do sign Teddy Bridgewater or whoever they get a quarterback in free agency, they have to at least pick up somebody in free agency.
Yeah.
They should still draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether that I don't necessarily think that quarterback that they draft has to be a day one starter.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to if Brady goes, you got to reload, and pretty much you've got to reload anyway. You had Garoppolo, you had Brissett, but stuff happens, So anyway, that's it for quarterbacks. We went on a really bad tangent there, but that's
It wasn't
okay.
bad. It wasn't bad.
It was still kind of combine
Yeah,
related.
I like that kid from Iowa, Stanley.
Well, let us know what you think about the combine. Have you been following it? Who do you like in this combine? Like the video, comment, subscribe. Check out the podcast. Check out the social medias. We'll see you next time.